All right, story and photos. Again, as we mentioned, the juniors, the story is actually part of the report form, again, which you'll see during the demo, and then they can add up to 3 pages of photos behind their report form. Intermediates and seniors, it will be a separate document that is based on basically the same guidelines. As we previously had, the one big change that you'll see is that captions are no longer required on the photos. So they can still do up to 10 pages of text and photos in the intermediate and seniors, and pretty much the guidelines related to those 2 age groups will be the same. It'll probably be, the biggest change will be for the juniors because their story is actually part of their report form. And again, we just, as we looked at age appropriateness, breaking down the story into chunks, and I'll give, certainly Derek had this idea because this is how he gets his son to write his story. Is, you know, we had the guidelines on what all they should address through their story, and so Derek would ask his son, you know, the first 2 questions and say, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself and your family, or, you know, whatever, and then his son would write a couple of sentences to address that question, and then, you know, what are some goals that you've set in 4-H or whatever, and so his son would write a few, and so basically that's how we broke it down. And I think it's just not so overwhelming for a young person to have to sit down and you just say, write a story about 4-H that's 3 pages long. And so anyway, I think that it will be appreciated by our junior kids more. So